Hi, everyone. So we're going to go ahead and start now. So first of all, hi, my name is Andrew Griffiths. I'm the CEO for Annexus Technologies Limited. Well, as everyone may already be aware, Annexus is actually Latin for binding. As such, we take different technologies and we bind them together to create something totally new. As a part of our Swiss Army knife for our partnerships, we have today Igoi. For us, they represent a huge video surveillance solution in the market, because they actually look at storage or look at video surveillance from a different standpoint. And ultimately, we believe that it has many use cases in today, especially with physical security being on the increase, worse, especially in Jamaica with the violence and whatnot. With that, we actually have the Igoi team with us. We have Chris Hornum, Roxana Prado, as well as Juan Neto. And between the three of them, they'll be giving us a very, I would say, a very good presentation overall of the entire Igoi VMS system, and ultimately how we can utilize this platform or utilize this solution to actually meet your security needs in the long and short term. So with that, I'll hand over to the Igoi team. Thank you.
Now, yes. Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining with us today in this webinar to talk a little about the trends in video surveillance for this year 2021. Okay. Let me present you to everyone what our agenda will be today. With Jose, we will talk about the different demand that the cloud has today, about all the advance in the analytics that we have, the requirements that we have to meet, about the commitments of all the departments of TI has today, and about what is expected by customer today. Okay, and for last, we're going to talk a little about some different trends. Okay. Okay. Today we know that all the video surveillance has changed. All the companies have changed and continues to change very quickly. A good example are those end users who have today Igoi network. These users have realized that they are not only implementing a CCTV system, but they have also realized that they can add other skills to determine, for example, traffic patterns, people's behavior, and the conduct of people within a place. Okay. Thanks to this, they can take a specific measure. They can directly benefit them. Okay. In this slide, for example, we have a small survey that we have carried out to know the impact that the cloud has today. All the cloud are growing 6 times faster than traditional systems. The traditional system. 90% of the companies are migrating to cloud service, and 60% of this migrating due in 2020. Okay, 58% of the security personnel is agreed that the cloud has many more benefits than on-premise systems. The cloud is trending today thanks to all of its benefits. Remote sales force have made this so, okay? Some of the benefits that we can use in our favor thanks to the cloud are we have the reduction in expense related to hardware and software, how easy it's to share different videos. We will always talk about fully scalable scenarios, okay? We can have two different scenarios. Once with the end user has all the equipment, and we just add all the benefit of the cloud. And the other is when we want to add a new equipment. So in both scenarios, we can provide, okay? It's much easier to avoid disaster due to the hardware problems, such as hard drives or servers. This can be customizing systems according to your needs. And we are totally reliable since we have the highest standard in security and cybersecurity. And finally, you can enter to any time and any place. Some tips that we need to consider are, do you have multiple locations? Is remote access important to your business? Does your building rise and fall on a regular seasonal basis? And do you have a specific or important storage requirements? If the answer is positive for all of them, the best thing you can do is migrate to the benefits of the cloud. Our second trend is about all the benefits that advanced analytics give us, okay? All industries have changed over time. The idea is that today, these huge projects with excessive expense in equipment are benefited with the service that the cloud can provide, regardless of the development sector of the company. Our platform has different analytics and actions, such as informing cities officials about unexpected meetings and large crowds. We create automatic notifications when any screen has been manipulated by an external person. For example, for restaurant, we are able to create a count of how many cars are waiting to be served. In the school, we create security zones to determine any bad behavior. And the hospital, we keep hospital staff informed about unauthorized crises, for example, in a secure medicine supply room. And for more specific client, we are able to identify age groups, genders, clothing colors, and even details such as whether or not visitors entering a building wear face mask. Okay, those are a few questions we have to ask ourselves to know if our system is efficient enough. Okay, so it's important to prevent false alarms. Do you get alerts when a camera is blocked, moved, or otherwise tampered with? Okay. Does your current system help you optimize your business operations by identifying peak business hours and traffic flow? And for last, area real-time notifications when someone enters a restricted hour, seclude area critical. Okay, about the compliance requirements are constantly evolving, okay? The governments, for example, industries are setting more and more requirements, and companies are also beginning to push for more internal policies and compliance requirements to improve operations and reduce risk. Okay. Now, so let's consider, are you in a highly regulated industry, or do you anticipate new regulations? Will the addition of video to a system or process improve compliance? Are the environmental changes you anticipate that may trigger internal policing and compliance updates? The safest thing is that if there is a process or system that requires a regulation that can be seen, it is likely that the video will help improve the results.
Andrew, I got a comment on that. In Jamaica, how is all these compliances and regulations, laws when we are relating to video surveillance and access control and analytics? How is the situation today that you believe that we can support and allow us to on this regulation in Jamaica? How is the situation today?
So from my standpoint, there isn't really a specific standard that's followed around VMS in Jamaica. What you have is like certain silos, like certain groups within Jamaica that actually dictate that, hey, we need to have video surveillance because of the nature of what is being protected. However, you find that the majority of the cameras that are deployed here, the quality is so poor that you can't even tell a person's face. I know years ago, I was working on a project with a bank here, and one of the major issues that they were having was that whenever they had any breaches at their ATMs, whenever they took the camera footage to court, they weren't able to get anyone to actually be indicted or to even be charged. So ultimately, they were changing out their camera platforms. And to be honest, a lot of the companies here in Jamaica actually have this problem.
Nice. Interesting. Good. So I think we're going to show a solution to the right path to fix this kind of problem, right?
No, definitely. And I would say the next one that's been mainly prevalent, you found that a lot of the criminals now, they're getting smarter. So what they've done is that when they go to a site and they carry out their activities, they actually try to destroy the NVR, the DVR, or even to take it. So those are really the main challenges from what I have seen personally. Anyone else is free to share their experience.
Good. Thanks. You can go ahead, Rox.
Thanks, Jose. Okay. Well, today, a strong trend is that all the IT departments are more engaged than ever with all the system of the cloud. Every day, the video surveillance takes more value for all the benefits it can bring to on our organizations. Flexible budgets, fit investment and capitalization models, and the adoption of those SaaS or software as a system models of different business systems. Okay. Then, if you are looking to reduce IT overhead and operation costs, if you have an existing video surveillance infrastructure that you would like to maintain, and you need deliver and over-the-air updates of new features and security improves, okay? You need to migrate to the cloud service. There are proven studies where cloud service dramatically reduce equipment expense. Our platform is compatible now with more than 4,000 cameras, like 50 different brands. In addition, we work like for subscriptions, like a Netflix, okay? That's it. You, as a user, do not need to update the platform. You just have to log into the platform, and automatically you're going to see all the updates, okay? All this without additional cost. Okay. all the customers expect fully open and connected systems. We have the need for open systems because organizations need to link their mission critical applications with their video surveillance system, especially when no companies can provide applications and solutions for all the use case that the company could offer. Igoi Network, by having our open APIs, okay, we are able to develop almost specific and personalized projects for any end user. Okay, so what kind of business applications could be enhanced with video integrations? Can your existing system integrate with other mission critical business applications like point of sale, access control, those system of alarms? Does your system require you to log in to multiple locations or applications to access data? And do you anticipate a need for new insights in the future? Okay. In addition to all the trends that we have mentioned so far, we have that companies prefer subscriptions model, which obviously simplifies the use of the platform much more. Updates are super easy. The user does not have to update the platform, okay? Being a subscription model helps to manage a budget so much easier, okay? And finally, continuous updates ensure that the solution is continuously updated, okay? And that the age of the hardware is not a factor. For all the business model, or business models, sorry, helps the best development of projects, okay? We ensure a fully addressable market. We create a healthy and continuous relationships with the reseller and the end user, and we ensure a constant flow of monthly recurrent payment, okay? Our business model is like a recurrent payments, okay? We have two about the 5G. 5G is the next generation of mobile communications technology. Thanks to our second platform's camera manager that we have, we can connect our cameras directly to the cloud without the need for a second device. For example, like the bridge. With camera manager, we only have to insert a SIM card to those cameras to connect them to the cloud. In this way, we can manage our platform, okay? And will you need to record on multiple devices? Do you need surveillance in a location that lacks broadband access? And is more uptime and reliability critical to your operation? These are factors that we have to consider to develop our projects in a better way and that the end user is totally satisfied, okay?
So Gabi, let's do something here. Let me share my screen because I want to let everyone knows about all little bit more about the details of all this technology that you mentioned. So I believe it's better if I can share my screen here. So 1 second. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Good. So with all these trends that Roxana said, it's basically 100% aligned with cloud solution, not only for video side, but for many other solutions that a company needs, not only video or security. So we can see these trends in many other applications that I'm sure that everyone knows, and everyone is facing this migration, right, from on-premise system to the cloud. And this is not different for security. We are seeing the big movement from the market to go to the cloud. Many traditional suppliers trying to update system, trying to create new solutions and new products and everything to go to the cloud, because it's real. It's a real demand, and we believe that it's no way back. So we think that we are in the right moment, in the right solution to fit this demand from the market, and that's why Igoi today it's the #1 in the world in providing video surveillance on the cloud. We had this vision. Actually, our CEO had this vision few years ago, that where all those trends were going through. So we create a platform, we create an infrastructure to fit this demand, and now we are the most important company in the world to provide video surveillance on the cloud. Today we are present in more than 90 countries, and we have a big team in Latin America to support our channels, our end users. And I'm gonna try to show as best I can the solution for you guys in the short term here, but feel free to reach Andrew and we can set individual calls with everyone if you need, okay? But basically we create a solution which is based 100% on cloud. So we did not create regular or traditional video surveillance and made modification to work on the cloud, for example. We do not see this solution as a true cloud solution. So we create from ground zero a solution to work in 100% in cloud. Why that? Because when you try to make modification on traditional systems to work in some public cloud, for example, where we see a lot of, let's say, difficulties on public clouds to manage the high quality video, to manage the reliability, to manage if you need to increase. So it's a lot of challenges that traditional security would see on cloud solutions, that with our solution, when it's based on 100% in true cloud, we can pass this easily. Okay? So we create this solution just to fit all the challenges that it's in the market today. If you have multiple locations, for example, and you are using traditional system, you have to make multiple logins. I think everyone has experiencing with this problem. So you have multiple locations, you have to log you one by one. Sometimes it is a different system between these locations. Sometimes you need to add one more camera and need to add more DVRs or more storage just to add 1 or 2 cameras more on your installation. So when you need to remote monitor these multiple locations and you're using Windows-based or you are using DVRs, for example, you have to open doors on your networks to access those videos, to access those systems. So when you do that, you open a threat on cyber attack in your installations, because those traditional systems require many open doors to access and to manage remotely. So there's a lot of challenge on traditional systems that we can fix all those challenges if you move to the cloud, right? So I don't know if you guys face any kind of challenge like this. It's important to us to understand what else challenge you guys have on the market that we can improve our system, because the market can't stop, right? I point these 6 problems that we have in traditional system, but maybe we have more, right? Do you see any other one, Andrew, more than this?
No, I think these cover them the overall.
Yeah, this is over, right? It's the main problem for the traditional system, right? So to fix this, all these challenges, the biggest challenge that we are facing is the conception that everyone thinks about cloud. That this cloud it's require too much bandwidth, that we need to replace all the cameras. No, this is not true. This is not secure. It's all misinformation that it's on the cloud that we know that it's not real, right? So I'm gonna try to cover all these points to see that cloud is safe. Cloud it's the future. Cloud is so we are talking here on the cloud solution, right? So you have your phone on the cloud. Maybe you have your house on the cloud. So it's not different for security marketing that cloud is safe, right? So we create a solution called Igoi Networks, Igoi Cloud VMS, which is, as I said before, it's a full cloud solution developed to run 100% on the cloud. It's the full capability for VMS, so you can access locally or global in any mobile device, in a single login. You can multiple view your locations. You can manage your users. You can see all the cameras. You can see the integrations that the system must do with third-party systems. So it's a very enterprise solution especially for multi-site applications. Right? I'm going to try to show in details for you guys. This platform, this infrastructure was based in these 6 key points. Okay, so we have our own cloud. We have our own data centers. Igoi invests a lot of money in multiple locations, data centers, specifically to run video. It's totally different when you create an infrastructure to run video. Andrew mentioned before that we had a lot of experience with poor and bad video quality, right? So imagine you have to record on a cloud a 4K video in a public cloud. It's very challenging to ask a public cloud, for example, to record or to manage a 4K video, a 8K video. So when we have our own dedicated data center specific to run video, it's more easy to manage this kind of situations. So it's easy to, for example, to go to this second point here, when you can implement analytics inside the cloud, on the cloud ecosystem. It's easy when you have your own architecture and it's basically full capabilities to integrate with third-party system using API, using So you can spread your ecosystem to any kind of solution that it's allowed to talk with API. So all this points, it's easy to manage it when you have your own platform, your own ecosystem. Okay, as Rob said, a platform that was made to talk with any camera on the market. So you don't need to replace your cameras to put them on the cloud. You don't need to even replace if your camera is analog cameras. We can convert all those analog images into the system and go to the cloud and manage it as multiple locations. It's one of the key important thing. It's cybersecurity. So the architecture I'm going to show you a little bit based in cybersecurity. So all the process between the camera and the cloud and the user, it's all secure, all encrypted, right? And of course, video is not 100%. Sometimes video don't fit 100% the need for the end user. So in this case, because we have this open platform, we have already many other technological partners that is integrated with Igoi today. So we can show a single interface to your customer, to your needs, and integrate multiple systems using APIs. So I'm going to try to show something really quick. This is just to mention that the difference I told you before about someone that has a regular traditional VMS and run this in the public cloud. It's different when you build your system, your solution entirely to work directly on the cloud. So it's more flexible, it's more reliable, it is very strong in terms of cybersecurity. So it's an important point to discuss. And of course, we count with our ecosystem partners in the region. So the Andrews team is fully certificated to run all these applications, to install, to manage it. And we take serious consideration in which partner is going to the market with our technology. So, and in that said, we truly believe in the capability that the Andrews team has in your market. Okay. As Roxana said, we have here some architecture available for different needs. Okay, we have basically one architecture which calls camera manager, which is cameras direct connect to the cloud. However, it's not any camera. This is a specific cameras that has the capability to connect to the cloud in safe and security mode. So each camera has a SDK inside the camera that connects saved with the cloud in two streams, the high and low resolution. And you can manage all this information using the web application connecting to the cloud in safe mode as well. This is one situation. We have in this situation, for example, in Mexico City, more than 20,000 cameras on the Mexico City video surveillance. So this show you how powerful the platform is. So I have 22,000 cameras running in this cloud in Mexico. The other architecture we have, it's using bridges and CMVRs. What exactly this means? It means you can use any camera you want, any camera from the market. Today you have more than 4,000 cameras homologated on this equipment. So we got the streams from these cameras, or IP or analog. The bridge is responsible to encrypt those streams, multiplex in security mode using TLS protocol, safe protocol, and send all these informations to the cloud. So when the bridge do this, we start to do a safe environment in terms of cybersecurity to this architecture, to this environment here. So we block all the access for the camera from outside, and the only access you have for these cameras is using the connection between the bridge and the cloud. So basically, you give cybersecurity to your installation, that everyone knows how let me say, how the cameras is a point for cyber vulnerability, right? So we have been faced many cyber attacks coming exactly from the doors open inside the camera. So when you do that, you block from any kind of cyber attack all those ports inside the cameras. And the third,
I'd also like to add as well. So many people wouldn't have this experience, but in actuality, the hardware itself is almost military grade. So in actuality, the solution itself is built from the ground up to be super secure and ensure that your data is not only safe but actually transmitted, so that it is stored in the right fashion.
Yeah, good point. Good point. In terms of reliability and redundancy, all the videos that came from that architecture or that one, has triple redundancy inside the cloud. So you have very, very reliable solution in this case. However, let's do an example here. If you lost the connection here between your installation and the cloud, this equipment has the capability to buffer the video locally from, for example, in the case of if you are using bridge, you can buffer up to 48 hours, 2 days of buffering. So when the connection can be released, all the information that was buffering here goes to the cloud. If you decide to make local storage, the CMVR, this second product, the CMVR can also record the video in your installation. So you can have, for example, let's say you have 16 cameras here. You're gonna record 30 days locally and, for example, 90 days in the cloud. So it's your choice. You can record locally, you can record only in the cloud. So it depends on the requirement, right? And the third architecture is what if I have already all my installation done? I have my VMS, I have my DVR. Do I need to replace all those installations? No. We can get the streams from this current installation and made a replication on the cloud. It's one more step of redundancy you can have in your current installation or current solution. So it's also possible. You can decide, for example, no, I have in my installation recording 30 days in my DVR, my NVR, but I want 7 days on the cloud. No problem. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? Please feel free to ask questions, whatever you guys need. Okay. So as I said before, it's a special solution for multiple locations. If you are using bridges, if you are using CMVR, you can have a single login using here your web or your app, and you can see multiple locations at one time. So you don't need to log in each one in each locations to see the videos to manage the installation. Okay, so you can. It depends how is my user profile. So my user profile, you see only one installation. My user profile, you see only X camera inside each installation. So it depends in your user profile, you see or not multiple location according with my job title, for example. Okay. That's it. I like to point out very important topics that we talk a lot about our ecosystem, because all the functionality we have in our platform, of everything that I'm gonna show you in a moment, it's available on API documentation. It means that imagine how powerful is the integration between the one in your system and another if you have all the functionalities available in your API documentation, and it's for free. Igoi do not charge for integration API between systems. So that we are following one trend that Roxana said, which is more and more people are requesting something like microservices, something like RESTful API, cloud. So no system meets everything. So my video system not meet everything you need. So maybe you have to bring up access control system, integration with Google application or whatever. So we have to be able to integrate those systems to provide a better experience to the needs for the end user. So that's why we create all of our platforms based on API. Okay. Today, as I mentioned before, we have already done many integrations to third-party systems. We have, for example, technological partners that made Salar monitoring, enterprise analytics, facial recognition, license plates. You can have your own dashboard with multiple systems involved, like a piscine, like something like this, because we have this integration capabilities. Okay, so today we have many integrations, but also we are able to integrate whatever needs. Okay, if you have a third-party system that it's able to integrate using RESTful API, there is no cost to do this. And the end user team can be in the middle to help all these integrations between those two companies. Okay. However, I'm gonna show here for you guys an important ecosystem that is based in our 3 brands. So we have 2 system companies, which called Swift Sensor and Brivo. Of course, Igoi, it's a video solution on the cloud, but you have in your right side the Brivo, which is one of our system companies that made access control on the cloud as well. And you have also a Swift Sensor, which is one more system company that has IoT sensors, also 100% on the cloud. All those 3 companies is based on a RESTful API integration. And we have integration between us to provide, for example, this is an example where I have multiple locations with video surveillance, sensors, and access control. Okay, so I have Igoi here using whatever camera is on the installation, connect in a bridge, go into the cloud. I have sensors, for example. This company has today more than 30 kind of sensors, from temperature, from humidity, from voltage, from vibration. So it's more than 30 sensors. This sensor is connected using Bluetooth to the bridge, in the bridge direct to the cloud. So no server locally, no local workstation, nothing like that. And also we have access control, which is Brivo. We're going to show a little bit more about that. But in this situation, we have a controller, which is reader together. It's a single piece. This controller is connected directly on the cloud. And you have up here 3 different sectors inside the company. So we have this guy here that is responsible to operation. He wants to see if the temperature of the freezer is in the right path. He wants to see the vibration for the air conditioner system. So he sees operation. And when the temperature here go to a certain level, he can bring the video for the side. So this cloud is getting video from this cloud and showing to this operator. The same level here, we have the security guard, which wants to see the cameras. But if someone try to open this door that is not allowed to see the door, he's gonna show some alarm that someone tried to open the door. Okay, and you have all the administration, for example, that see all the employees when the employees is coming to work, and when the employees is trying to open a door outside his job time, for example. So we have 3 systems working together, providing inputs for many kind of situations, okay, and all using RESTful API. But as we are using RESTful API, you can go beyond that. You can go, for example, if we integrate with Igoi Brivo. Let me try to show real quick Brivo here for you guys. You still can see my screen, right?
Yes.
And sometimes it's better to ask.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna set here my Brivo system. I can see, this is my, look, I'm this guy here. I'm now, let me go back here. I'm this guy. So I'm gonna see all my access control behavior in our multiple locations. So I can see a global view for all my locations. I can see, for example, all the critical events on my system. For example, someone leave the door open for too long, or someone that it's not authorized to open the doors. So I see all the critical information that allows me and require my attention. Okay, I can see all the events. I can see all the offline devices. For example, if a bridge go offline, I can see here that it's offline. I can also see all the events that is related with video, for example. Let's see here, I'm gonna exclude all the events without video. So when I do this, I can see all the events here that is related and that is a video linked with that event. So if I click here, I will see that this guy enter and pull up the video. This video came from Igoi cloud. So it's one cloud using another cloud. So it's very powerful tool to administration. And it's an important integration between those two systems. So this is specific for access control. However, we can have, for example, situations like this, where I have here one cloud using camera direct to the cloud, which is our camera manager situation. For example, in Mexico City is like this. But you can have your application in your cloud and integrating, getting APIs from multiple providers, cloud providers, for example. You can integrate with our ERP from Google, from Okta, for example. We can integrate with access control. We can integrate with analytics for artificial intelligence. You can integrate with alarm management system, for example, Mastermind. So, and for the end user will have a single application mixing all the needs, all the multiple systems needs. And you can have a central station according with all agents that it's responsible for each area. So this is the powerful for Sphere's full API. And our system is core, it's based on that, okay? Any question? I think it's clear.
From my side, so when you actually integrate with Preview, do you actually see, well, obviously you see when the door is open or closed, but do you also get a video as well or an image as well, seeing that it's integrated with the Igoi VMS platform?
In this case, on the Brivo connection, you can see the cameras.
Okay.
So when someone trying to open the door, or someone leave the door open, or someone, for example, you can set a room that cannot be more than 10 people inside the room. If the 11th people get into the room, you can receive a video footage say, oh, there is more than 10 people in this room.
Okay.
See, but it's from the Brivo side, right? So the thing is, when you have the API ready, you can do whatever you want because all the functionality is available on API. So you can build your own application and try to get from these solutions what you need. You need camera, you need recording, you need analytics, you need the user information. You want to sync the user information from the Igoi ecosystem with Google certification user, for example, right? So you can make all the synchronizations. Okay. Chris, are you there? I think Chris is there.
I see Paulius has his hand up.
No, I don't see Chris here.
Jose?
Yeah, Chris, can you give us an example? You mentioned before about how powerful is the integration when we have integration with Google application. Remember, you mentioned before to me how powerful can be if we integration Igoi RESTful with Google certification.
Yeah, what we do is encourage our partners to work with the Google Cloud because the Google Cloud people are cooperative and they have a good engineered environment to build applications using our video infrastructure, and services like BigQuery and AI and some even some digital credential and digital certificate generation for the apps that our partners can build for their customers. So Andrew could use Google Cloud's services with our cloud and provide added value to his customers.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Chris.
I saw where Paulius, 1 second, I saw where Paulius had his hand up. Paulius, can you hear us? John Fendi? You there?
Also, Andrew, that being said, there's no constraints on how you use our APIs. You can use them with AWS or Azure. We like to work with Google Cloud because it's open, non-proprietary, and innovative,
Yes.
but you don't have to. Yeah.
No worries. Thank you very much. That's a really good point. I love the customization of the platform. And ultimately, everyone just understand that we are very customer centric, and our goal is always to keep you satisfied. So whatever needed, we'll make it happen. Paulius, John Fendi, can you hear us? I see that you have a question.
Yes, I can hear.
You had, yes, we can hear you. You had a question for us?
No, you can continue, please.
No worries. Anyone else has a question? Can just put up your hand, or in the application, or put it in the chat, please. The question and answer chat.
Good. So one point that I like to discuss also here is the capability that the system has to implement video analytics in any kind of situation. Okay, if you have a current installation that, for example, doesn't have analytics, so we can add analytics on those applications, on those installations, with just clicking a button on the system. So you don't need to replace cameras. You don't need to replace your installation to allow to implement some kind of analytics. So I have here, for example, in our system, we have 5 included on the system, 5 analytics available to set. So you can use these analytics in your installation. You can use analytics even with analog cameras. If the analog camera is of a good quality, you can add analytics on them. Because this analytics is being handled by the bridge locally and the cloud. So we got the streams, we implement analytics inside those 2 infrastructures, and you're going to manage multi-sites with multiple analytics. For example, object counting, intrusion, cross-line, loitering, and tampering. This is the 5 analytics available on the system. However, as I said before, we have integration with many other analytics providers that it's already fully integrated with Igoi. For example, facial recognition, license plate, heat map, AI, unusual behavior. So there are a lot of providers that it's integrated with our ecosystem that can fit the needs, okay? But today, inside our ecosystem, it's included the possibility to add in any camera these 5 analytics, okay? So you can set, for example, how many people is going upstairs, how many people stay longer than usually in a specific area. If someone tries to block the camera, counting the behavior of the customer get into and get out of your stores, for example. So there's many applications that you can use these analytics to get more business, to leverage your business operations. So not only thinking about security, but as Roxana said before, it's to implement your business operation. Right? It's business intelligence. You can use the system to leverage this point in your company. Just to summarize here about how we work in case of cybersecurity. Everyone knows, I don't know if has any IT individual here, but you guys know that when you need to open some applications that run in Windows or DVRs, and you want to see these images remotely, you need to open doors on your networks. There is no way that you are using Windows-based or DVRs to be able to track your information, to be able to see those images, to manage the application remotely. You need to open doors. And it's key point to us to avoid any kind of cyber attack using our applications. It's core inside our solution. So the Igoi applications, even if you go to Camera Manager or VMS, we create what calls camera lockdown, as I said before. So the moment the connection is made by this camera or multiple cameras to this bridge, we call camera lockdown. So all the inbound doors, it's closed from this side. So the only connections that we made is between the bridge and the cloud. And this connection is safe, it's secure, it's encrypted. And only the user from the cloud can access these informations. So that means that, and I repeat, you can have cybersecurity in your current installation. Even you are using cameras that it's knowing to all the market that it's a vulnerable appliance. So you can give a security to them. Okay. We have a specific documentation for IT teams to explain how exactly this works. We can send you guys later. But this is the key point for Igoi, it's cybersecurity. Okay. Now, let me give a real quick example on our system. Okay. So the first thing when you log in as an end user, because Andrew has his dashboard as well, Andrew as a partner will see all the end users that it's linked with his account. So we see as Igoi, we see Andrew as account, and Andrew you see many end users as his sub accounts. So in this situation here, I'm acting as an end user. Okay, so I'm Andrew's customer here. I'm an end user. I have 8 locations, and I have 47 cameras on my system. From that 47, only 41 is working. So I can right away call Andrew and say, Andrew, come on, come on to fix my camera. I contract from you 47 cameras, that is 6 offline. So you have ability to see the health of your system here. Okay, so the same moment as you log in as administrator of your account, you can see the status of all your installation, even if multiple locations. So we can see also all the cameras that I share with someone. What does that mean? The same way that I can share from my Dropbox account, my Google Drive account, a file, you can share with whatever you want, a camera. For example, I want to share with 911 for 2 hours my front door camera. So I create a link for that camera, send to 911 police, law enforcement, and they're gonna see, just clicking the button, they will see the camera for 2 hours. So it's cloud, so it's easy to do this, okay? We will also see all the locations here. So I have this location with 10 cameras, I have this location with 2 cameras, I have this location with 2 cameras, so I have multiple locations here on my installations, right? If you go here to this specific location, if I am the IT manager, administrator of my account, I can set, for example, how that applies the bridge will use on my network. So I can say, no, to not affect my business, I want this appliance to use only 40% of my available network, my available internet connection. So I want to do this from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it's fully manageable how our cloud application will affect your infrastructure, your network, your bandwidth. Okay, I can also see all the metrics that my system is using, if it's locally, what is happening on the cloud, which camera is using more bandwidth, which camera is not using bandwidth. So I have full visibility on my entire ecosystem. Okay. I can also, if you see here, I have 10 cameras on this equipment. I just open one here. Let me open this second camera here. So I can, for example, I can add tags for this camera. For example, I'm gonna add here a lobby. So from now I can search for this camera just using the lobby word. Okay. I can also set, for example, the retention. I want to record on the cloud 2 days or 5 years by camera. It's not by location, but by camera. You can have, for example, a location with 5 cameras. Camera 1 recording 2 days, camera 2 recording 30 days, and camera 3 recording 5 years. So imagining to do this kind of configuration using a DVR and NVR, it's impossible. Right? We have to set a whole data set inside the installation. So you can set by camera the retention. You can set by camera this resolution that it's being recorded on the cloud. If you are using a standard resolution or if you are using a 4K resolution. You can add analytics on that camera. If you are analog camera or whatever camera you use, you can add analytics. For example, I'm gonna add counting people on this camera here. So just here. I'm gonna set the line to be counting and done. From now, this camera is gonna count people that go in this direction. So it's very simple to manage the system. Okay. You can also see on this installation in this view here. You can see all the cameras is offline, online. So see, this camera is offline. What is happening? You cannot have all this. The other thing you can see, it's this tab location. You see all the locations, all the sites I have on my contract with Andrew. So I have here these multiple locations. So I want to see what's happening on this location here. So go here. Click here and you'll see all the cameras on that installation. And if you see here, I can see in this scheme of visibility, or I can just go to the list here. So all the cameras in this location here. But let's go an example in this gaming room here. So let's go one more. let's see, this one, entries. So if I click in this tab here, I will see all the activity that is happening or happened on that camera. So it's connecting to the camera. See day here. So I see counting. See? So in this timeline that I chose, happen a lot of counting analytics. For example, I have here 39 counting. So I want to see what's happening here. So I just click on this bar. Just gonna click on the bar. And the system will bring me the exact moment what happened at this counting. See? I'm gonna start to count. So, and it's very fast, very easy to use, right? I can see activity, I can see all the analytics, I can make the configuration the same way I did before. So it's simple to use, okay? I can see all the layouts I have. I can create multiple layouts according with my activity. If I'm the front door guard, you see the cameras that is interesting to me. If you see administrator, you'll see all the cameras. So you can set multiple kind of layouts. And also you can, as I said before, I'm gonna try to find aquí all the cameras that has lobby on the tag. So the system brought to me all the lobby. Doesn't matter where the camera are. If it's one location, 10 locations, 100 locations, doesn't matter. Okay. I can see all the view in maps, for example. So have global view, all the cameras that is on my map. So click here, it's night. Okay. Just click and see the camera. Okay. If I want to see the record video, just click in this clock and you show the record video for that camera. If I want to save, I can save whatever I want in video or time lapse. For example, I can accelerate the video 16 times. And I can download those piece of video, or I can achieve inside some space that each account has inside our cloud. It's like a drive that you have just to record some events. For example, if you have agreement with Andrew to record 7 days, but you want to save a specific event for more than 7 days or 30 days, you can select the event and achieve inside the cloud without need to download or place in your PC. Okay. You can also manage all the users on your system. So you can go here and say, no, I want this George here. I'm gonna remove all the cameras that he can see, and I'm gonna let him see only one camera. I want to have George able to be administrator, so he can include cameras. He can manage a bridge, so he will be an IT manager, for example. So it's very simple to manage all these kind of applications. Okay. I think that's all. You guys have any questions so far?
It doesn't appear to be any on the panel. But from my standpoint, so ultimately, we did go over the fact that you can actually use any camera, any of your existing cameras to the platform, ultimately by utilizing a bridge. And I just wanted to reiterate this for a lot of the clients or potential clients, that the retention policy is definitely configurable. At the same time, a lot of the cameras actually come with audio as well. So what we found is that a lot of times you may have, let's say, I don't know, an emergency scenario where the image itself doesn't really tell you exactly what is going on. So with that, you can actually use the audio to be able to understand better what's really taking place in that particular scenario. The other thing as well that I really like about the Igoi platform is that one, you're able to access it on the web as well as on your smartphone. And I think that's a huge benefit, especially for, in the modern age, post-COVID, where everyone pretty much wants to use their phone for everything. The Igoi being able to ensure that we can actually manage a system or monitor the system from your mobile app, in a remote setting is actually huge. So I really want to say that we're actually bringing what I refer to as a next generation video management system that is ultimately able to meet all your immediate needs as well as your long-term needs.
One point is important, aligned with you just said. With Igoi platform, it's future proof. What that means? Every month, Igoi is releasing a new feature. We just released, for example, ability to manage I/O inputs in some kind of cameras. So every month, Igoi fully implement new technology, new functionalities on his platform. It's no cost for the end user. It's no cost for the customer ecosystem, because it's future proof. We are following the evolution, but the platform, it's done, it's ready. So imagine you have to buy and to spend money in your current installation just to allow a new functionality. This is the old style for us. You have a version 6 and one have to pay to get your version 7. Man, this is old thing. Anyway, that's my understanding.
And as I said, I really appreciate everyone's time to basically view this session. We actually went through a lot of information, not just the trends, but also what Igoi has to offer, and ultimately how it is that Annexus can support you in this endeavor. So please reach out to us. You can book a meeting via our website, www.annexustech.com, or you can just send us an email, connect@annexustech.com, and we'll definitely put you in line with our Igoi representatives to design the solution that is tailored towards your specific needs. As it pertains to all the participants, thank you very much for attending. I really appreciate it. And for those that didn't get a chance to attend today because of their time constraints, the session has been recorded, so we will be uploading that in short order, and also be following up with everyone to schedule an assessment for us to be able to have a trial with one of these cameras, so you can actually get a personal look and feel of how the solution works, or even to discuss what your current situation is and ultimately how you'd want us to fix that. So with that, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And the Igoi team, awesome presentation, awesome job, and awesome solution. And right now, we will just ensure that we continue to push the solution and also support it accordingly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and let's go cloud, guys. Let's go cloud.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.